Oh, God.
Hello, Facebook world and YouTube world. I am not supposed to be hosting today, and I'm not going to. I'm just simply doing the introduction. So, that way is my wonderful, lovely co-host, Kat.
Hello.
It's like we're on the Brady Bunch. Y'all are too young for that. Yeah, she has no idea. Anyway, you older folks like me, y'all know the Brady Bunch. So that's what we are doing. Anyway, Kat is the host today. I'm trying to get her all familiar with this so she's comfortable doing this on her own when I can't be here with her. So I'm going to let her introduce our guest. And here we go. Take it away, Kat.
Okay, hi friends. That's so weird. Oh my gosh. I see what you mean now.
One of these.
Yeah. On the other opposite end of me is my friend Bear. And don't worry.
What up? What up?
Let him explain his name.
Um,
Redell. How do you say your last name?
Redell.
Okay, cool. It wasn't as hard as I thought.
Yeah. I have my parents to blame for Bear, but it's short for my nickname, Barrett. But I only go by Bear. So my legal first name is William, and sometimes people call me William, and I don't really like it.
Bear's a lot cooler, especially if you're in music.
Yeah.
I just like Bear.
Conversation starter.
I'm always just going to be.
Nobody else in the world will literally have that name.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. That is a super cool country name, though. That's like, I mean,
Thanks.
You can't get much cooler than that, really.
And it's not like deer, where it's like deer is just like, like a deer, but bears are like kind of badass. Like, pardon my French, but like, yeah.
I mean, cat's kind of cool too.
Not really, but thanks.
I feel bad. Wait, I'm not an animal. I want to be an animal. What animal am I?
You gotta pick one. Oh wait, a bear and a cat. Yes. Okay.
I'm a cheetah then.
A sloth.
A what?
A sloth.
I think that could work.
A sloth? That works. I am not slow like a sloth, though, but I love that. You know why? Because hopefully we get to go on our cruise next June, and we're going to Roatan. And I want to go hold and play with the sloths.
Sloths are so badass. I'm telling you.
They are badass.
They're so cute, and they're ginormous.
Okay, I'll be a sloth. Cool.
I'm gonna get you a sloth stuffed animal.
Oh! Okay.
Kind of cool.
Okay, we have a solution or a consensus. Maybe that's a better word.
Yeah, that works.
Cool beans. Okay, so Bear, you played football, right?
I did, yeah. I mean, I never saw the field, but I was on the team.
Does not matter.
I was a walk-on linebacker at UCLA my freshman year, but I played football in high school, and I still love the sport. My little brother is actually a lot better than I am, but I still watch it all the time. My dad's a huge Vikings fan, and we just love football.
Well, I see why Bear fits you, because UCLA is the Bruins, which is a type of bear.
There you go. And both my parents.
Vikings fan?
Yeah, my dad's a Vikings fan.
Are you from Minnesota?
He's from
No, I'm from California.
How did you become a Vikings fan?
My dad's dad, so my grandpa used to be friends with Bud Grant, or used to coach with him or something like that. And so my dad just liked the team since the 70s or whatever. And he'd suffered a lot of heartbreak with all the missed Super Bowls and playoff games that broke his heart more than anything. He'll lock himself in the room and he won't talk to anyone for days after they lose.
Kind of like I'm going through with the Cowboys for the last, a couple decades.
Oh, God.
Fair. Cowboys have a couple Super Bowls, though, so
yeah.
You guys have Super Bowls.
I'm just like, go Titans. I'll get on that bandwagon.
I'm also a little bit of a Titans fan, too.
Oh,
now
yeah.
that I moved here.
I mean, you can't
go
like Titans. Like, I feel like it's that team where it's like they don't really have rivals. Even the people in their division, I feel like I don't know who doesn't like them.
Yeah, no, they're likable, and they were good, especially they beat the Patriots and the Ravens, so it was crazy to be here.
Aren't
That was
they
pretty
in their
cool.
conference? The Patriots, the Ravens, and the Titans, or division, or whatever the word is. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Aren't they in like their like division or whatever with the Patriots and the Ravens?
Patriots and Ravens are in separate divisions, but they're in the same conference.
Okay, they're AFC. No, I don't know.
Yeah, AFC. Yeah.
Cool. So let's play a song. Or you play a song. That came out really wrong. Sorry, you don't want to hear that. It's about you. It's yourself, the title, whatever.
Let me see if I can hear my guitar. Yeah, is that too loud? Is that good?
That's good. They
So this is
tune
one of the
because
first.
they care.
We tune because we care. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this song's called Xbox. I came to town with this idea in my phone. Before I moved out with all my college roommates, my one of my friends was like packing up all his stuff, and he came out with a box of his like ex-girlfriend stuff, and he's like, "This is my Xbox," and I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And I came up with like a play on words. I put it in my phone, and that was back in like June of like 2019, and I moved to town the end of December, early January, and I was honored to write with one of my favorite songwriters, who's very here in Nashville. His name's Marv Green, and he's from my hometown. And so I knew going into that I wanted to have a strong idea to show him, and he kind of gave it the direction it needed. And anyway, I had the hook I had was like, "Love's a game you can't control." I was trying to make it not cheesy, because it could be cheesy if we did it the wrong way. But anyway, this is Xbox. I wrote this with Marv Green. There's a box under my bed, just a few things that you read. A toothbrush, some magazines, photographs and memories have a way of messing with my head. And I held on for a while, guess I was in denial. Come over, cold shoulder, game over. It's time to take my Xbox and throw it away, leave it all behind. Shut off yesterday, girl, when you were mine. But I don't regret, but I won't let it take up all my time. 'Cause love's a game you can't control. And I don't wanna play no more with this Xbox. I thought we were something special. In my heart, we were playing on the next level. But you went up and I went down. I went right and you left town. Only way to keep the pain from coming right is to take my Xbox and throw it away, leave it all behind. You shut off yesterday, girl, when you were mine. I don't regret, but I won't let it take up all my time. 'Cause love is a game in control. And I don't wanna play no more with these Xbox. I keep a few memories in my mind to everything else goodbye. It's time to take my Xbox and throw it away, leave it all behind. You shut off yesterday, girl, when you were mine. I don't regret it, but I won't let it take up all my time. 'Cause love is a game you control. And I don't wanna play no more with this Xbox. This Xbox. Mm-hmm. This Xbox. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I am obsessed with that.
Thanks.
I like that. That wasn't cheesy at all. I really like that. That's cool.
You should have heard the verses before. I like went in with all these cheesy lyrics, and he's like, "Yeah, let's work on that a little bit." So,
That's funny because it's like real, but it's not too like petty, if that makes sense.
yeah. Thanks, though.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So is it like EX? Like
Yeah. EX space box. Yeah.
that's what I thought, but
You know, I saw that sometime really early this morning when I was checking out your songs and stuff, and I just didn't even pay it any attention, and I didn't pay the EX any attention, and so when I was listening to it, I was thinking like an Xbox, and until I really started listening to the lyrics, and I was like, I get it. I was like, this is so cool. Yeah.
well, you always love those titles that like real people in too. It's like I'll listen to that because of the name.
Yeah.
Right. I was kind of inspired too, but I love like wordplay songs. So I love like one man band. I love like the the wordplay on that, and that's probably one of my favorite songs. So it's kind of I love Old Dominion and how clever they are with the writing. So
I don't hear them very much. I feel like they're a very underrated band, so I appreciate.
I think they're underrated too.
Their new song is really good. Some people do.
Some people
love
do.
that one.
So good. Yeah, I've always loved Old Dominion.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know where the name comes from, but
Maybe the college. I'm not sure.
I read that somewhere, sometime, but it's not coming to me right now. If it does, I'll tell y'all. But hey, I'll Google it. Y'all talk. I'll Google it.
We'll Google it.
See, that's what a co-host is for. You Google things we don't know.
That's
exactly.
Funny. I mean, nice. Why do I feel like every musician drinks coffee too? Because it's a necessity, right?
It's a necessity. It's just
How do you take your
voice is
coffee?
sore. Right now, black. But I'm actually one of those people that don't know a lot about coffee, so like I'm not trying to pretend like I do. It's like I get really nervous in Starbucks where I'm just like, like they ask you like what kind of cream you want, and you're like, oh man, I don't know, just please take it. Like I don't know, I get all nervous because it's a whole world and no one knows I don't know the world,
It's super intimidating. But I feel really
like all
bad
these
going to
words.
Starbucks and getting black coffee because black coffee there is like $2 for a medium, and that is expensive for black coffee.
Yeah, no, that is expensive. Actually, I wouldn't know, to be honest. I wouldn't know.
Look, I don't even get coffee at Starbucks.
You don't, yeah. I mean, as long as you're not drinking Folgers, like it's fine. Or Maxwell House, that's not coffee.
Yeah, I'm doing like a little K-cup Keurig thing.
Nice.
Because I don't know how to actually make coffee.
That's what I have. They're awesome.
Yeah.
You can buy Starbucks coffee for those, though.
Yeah. And it like stops automatically, so it literally can't overflow, I don't think.
No. Not unless you put a little bitty cup and you push the large button, but yeah, no.
I mean, which is kind of nice because most time you're tired when you need coffee.
But let me tell you what to order at Starbucks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, here we go.
If you want the coffee lift, but you want something that tastes really good, get a Java chip frappuccino.
Java chip.
It's going to be blended. It's going to be like a smoothie.
Yeah, it's like milkshake consistency. Oh my God, it's so good. It's like full of Java chips. They're like chocolate chips, but it's coffee chips.
That actually sounds really good.
But it tastes like, I mean, it's not bad.
It is so good.
I mean, there's a lot of sugar, but it's not bad.
No. Who's counting calories?
Sugar defeats the purpose of coffee.
Look, I put like 3 tablespoons of sugar in my coffee.
Oh my God.
And cream. So I still drink coffee the same way I did when I was a little kid. And I wanted so bad to like just, sit on the porch with grandma and grandpa and drink coffee with them. And so grandma fixed me coffee like, you would fix a kid. You basically want to give them more milk than anything.
Yeah.
So, it was a little bit of coffee with my cream and sugar. And
Why did you drink coffee as a kid?
I mean, I was like, I don't know, like preteen kid or teenage kid. Yeah, I wasn't like 2. I wasn't taking it out of the bottle, but yeah, I just wanted to sit on the porch with them and, drink coffee with them. And so grandma fixed it that way and it's just stuck.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Try it. Good. Don't mind it.
I'm trying it.
Was it being like going from like California to here? Like, are they different? Like, are you from like, what part of California are you from? I feel like it's very culturally different.
It was kind of a culture shock, but I come from a really small town in California, and it's like farm vineyards and a lot of horses. So it is kind of it's like countryside of California.
Okay.
It's called Solvang. It's like maybe 5,000 people live in Solvang. It's within San Ynez Valley, which has about 15,000 people within it. But I live in the Solvang part, which is 5,000. And my parents own a Danish bakery there. It's like or my mom does and my grandma. Yeah, and it's been like our family business for like the last like 30 years. So,
wow.
So I was really fat as a kid.
That's God bless you. Oh my God. Okay, that's cute. So like Northern California, and you're like wine country?
It's actually 30 minutes inland, maybe 45 minutes inland from Santa Barbara. So kind of like
it's close to the beach.
Yeah, it's next to the beach. Yeah, even though I don't surf, but
there's no beaches in Tennessee.
I'm actually more of a lake guy. I actually like the lakes here more. I mean, I'm trying to learn where everything is, but I've been to Percy Priest.
Yeah.
And is it Old Hickory? Is that right?
Yeah, there's Old Hickory, something up there that I moved here in April, so just as much as I do.
You need to cross over the Kentucky line and go to Barren River Lake. It's only an hour from Nashville.
Yeah.
Best lake ever.
You're biased. Stop.
What's it called again?
Barren River Lake.
Barren River. I got Java chip, cappuccino, and Barren
River. You're really taking notes. Oh my God, I love it.
Yes. We are definitely doing a follow-up with Bear so we can get the lowdown on all the info we gave him to check out.
All right. What was the verdict on these 2 things or however many things? Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah. But my dad, I can't say but my dad has a lake house on Barren River Lake. And so, I'm a little biased, but seriously, it's a great lake.
That's a good name for a song.
A great lake?
No, Barren River Lake.
Oh, Barren River. Yeah. Hey, I'm sure there's probably been a song written about it. But I do know there's been a video recorded at my lake house.
Oh my. Oh yeah. Hilarious.
Really cool.
The guy I work for, he came over when we were there and recorded a video. It turned out really good.
Cool.
But anyway, that is a good song. Work on that, Kat.
What am I gonna write? No.
Yeah, she's a songwriter.
No.
No. Can we hear one of your songs?
I don't sing. Like I can't play the guitar, so it's just words. It's just like a poem.
She's learning. She's getting there.
No. But I'll send them to you one day.
Yeah, okay, cool.
They're like, okay, this is a poem.
All right. I have the Google answer, and I feel so stupid for not remembering this.
What was that? Oh, Old Dominion, where it came from? Okay.
Because, and I'm ashamed to say this, because I am from Virginia. They got it they're from Virginia, and it's the nickname for the state.
Like Old Dominion University. You're the worst Virginian ever.
Shame. I know. Actually, I was born here in North Carolina, but I call Virginia home. That's where I did like my major formative years growing up. So
yeah.
Old Dominion. They might be from Virginia. I don't know. Are there any?
4 of the members are.
Okay, we'll let you sing another song, and then I want to know.
Because they have links. They have links to Virginia.
Okay. I'll let you play another song, and then I'll know if there's. I want to know if there's any like used country or singer people near your hometown or whatever you said.
Okay.
That you know of. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna give the floor. Is that okay? The floor to you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, this is actually the first song I wrote when I came to town. Every time I've found that every time someone moves here, they think they're like a good songwriter, and I had to learn. I'm like, oh, I have a lot to learn, and that's true. But this is like the first song that I was like actually proud to show people at like writers rounds, and it's called "You'll Find Me." You might find me in that bar 2 a.m. You might find me at that college football game with friends. You might find me in the front row singing a the shape of you. Maybe not at the county fair, but if you don't find me there, you're gonna find me in that song you hear on the radio driving down fire. You're gonna find me in a strange smile on the subway train tonight. You're gonna find me in a New Year's kiss as the clock takes down from 3. Love didn't last, it's in the past, but it's up in the memory. So close your eyes, girl, tonight. That's the fire. Probably planning your wedding down somewhere in Mexico. Picking out flowers, spending your hours talking to mom on the phone. I can see it now, bridesmaids and vows while you're all dressed up in white. Yeah, girl, I hope you know that I don't mean anybody. But you're gonna find me in that song you hear as you're walking down the aisle. You're gonna find me in those words he says, yeah, the ones that made you smile. You're gonna find me in that honeymoon kiss as the sun sets on the beach. I love it last, it's in the past, but it's alive in a memory. So close your eyes tonight, that's where you'll find me. Go wherever you are, you know I'll never be that far. Cause you're gonna find me in that song you hear on the radio driving down by. You're gonna find me in a stranger's smile on a subway train tonight. You're gonna find me in that wedding kiss, but in his eyes you will see. I love it last, it's in the past, but it's alive in a memory. And I'll be alright there tonight. That's where you'll find me. Yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Yay, I love it. That's catchy.
Thanks.
Yeah, love it.
I always love to hear the story behind, like, that's one thing I love about Nashville. Everyone is so creative. Like, every single person.
No.
And you can learn something from literally everyone. You're like,
Totally.
wow, what's the story behind that song? You know, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. No, that's the thing that also made me want to move here. In my hometown, we have this thing called Nashville Nights, and so the writer I wrote with on the last song, his name's Marv Green. He gets a bunch of Nashville writers that write hit songs for a lot of country singers, and they come out and they do writers rounds, huge like showcase, and it's a fundraiser for an old folks home in my hometown. And
I love that.
I was so inspired by listening to people's stories and how they wrote all these hit songs I love, listening to growing up. And I'm like, I need to move here, and I want to get better at writing, and I just want to meet, creative people just like them. And so that's kind of a huge reason why I moved here. and that's what I want to do. I love storytelling. I wouldn't even say just country music. I just love like songwriting and like the story behind it, and that's what I want to do. So
yeah, and there's so many ways to tell a story, but what I appreciate the most about music is like you can tell a story through talking or through a book, but you don't see people that are always voluntarily going to sit down and read a book, but people will always voluntarily listen to a song because music is everywhere. And I think that's why good music is so important.
Oh yeah.
And that's like often overlooked. Well, maybe not now, but that's so cool. Wait, how do you spell this? Hometown of Georgia? I'm going to write it down.
Solvang.
Oh, Solvang. Okay.
Solvang, yeah.
Interesting. That's crazy that somebody from such a small town did something that nice, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
I love that.
So nice of him.
How long had it been going on? Or how long has he been doing it?
So it's actually, this is going to be the 20th year anniversary.
What? I didn't go to California for this?
But it just got canceled because of the coronavirus.
Yeah. So, when is it usually? In the summer?
It's in early October, end of September.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, would that be something that you would go back home for?
Yeah, actually. He sometimes brings me up on stage, and when I was here in Nashville, I had a show at the Bluebird, and I was sitting with my family, and he called me up, and I sang a song with him at the Bluebird, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And he's done a lot for me already, and I just really appreciate everything.
And he lives in Nashville, you said?
Yes, yeah. He has his whole family lives here. And
that's really awesome that you had him to kind of take you under your wing, because it's not easy moving here, especially if you don't know anyone.
No, it's not. Have you guys have you seen Garth Brooks documentary?
Garth Brooks, there's a documentary?
On Netflix, yeah. It's like brand new. But it talks about when he first moved here, and I guess he was here for less than like a day, and then he just drove back. And it's just kind of an amazing story, like that guy got denied when he first moved here. And he's like one of the, best artists of all time, Oh,
yeah.
Crazy.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's crazy to me when you think about some artists that are like huge right now. I mean, like, for instance, Kane Brown and how he got started and how many no's he got. And then he turned to Instagram or YouTube, just posting videos. Is sitting in his bathroom floor for the acoustics.
Oh,
I'm
really?
Like, what? I started following him from those days when he was, literally sitting in his bathroom floor to sing and record songs on his phone and post them to YouTube. And look where the dude's at now. And he didn't even make it to I think the first round of, I don't want to say that because I'm not sure if he was on American Idol, but I know he was on X Factor. And
like a thing.
Yeah, he was on X Factor with y'all heard of the group that's out now that he's took under his wing, Restless Road?
No, that's
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're brand new. They're fairly brand new, like within the last few months. But of course, they're being mentored by Kane, so of course they've blown up. But they were all actually put into a group on X Factor. I hope I'm telling this story right. If by some weird, strange chance any of y'all are watching this, which I highly doubt, but would be really cool. If I get it wrong, I apologize. But I'm 99.9% sure I'm telling it right. That the four guys separately, including Kane, were solo singers coming into the X Factor. And the judges put them in this group together. And then as a group, they didn't even make it. Because Simon, I think, was like, oh, y'all aren't going to make it as solo artists. I see you more as a group. This guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. And puts them all together. And then I don't know how far through the show it was that they got kicked off. And so Kane went on to do other things, try other things, and then started posting his videos while the other three guys were kind of in the background, I guess, whatever. And then so Kane makes it and he reaches out to them to say, hey, I haven't forgot you guys. I'm bringing you here.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's how they got started. Yeah.
That's
awesome.
It's
really cool. A lot of times it's just, who you know, or being in the right place at the right time, just running into the right person. You never know. You never know who's in the audience watching you.
True.
So, wait. You.
It's the weirdest thing. It's making my. Anyways.
Making my head hurt doing that. Yeah.
Did you grow up playing music since you played football? I hear that a lot. Like, I'm obsessed with Chase Rice, and he played football in college, and now he's, a singer. So that just fascinates me that people, do that. So, like, did you have time to practice? Like, hell, I don't know you made time for music in college,
Yeah, so actually, my whole music upbringing was my mom forced me to start piano lessons, and I absolutely hated it. And then I started to like it because it was really classical, and I'm this little kid. I don't really want to do that. I thank her every day for it because I learned music theory from that, and then I taught myself how to play the guitar from YouTube videos. And from there, like I never was really a good singer. I had to practice and get better at it every single day. Until I was comfortable singing in front of people. Because I've always been comfortable singing in front of people. It just was never really good as a kid. I have videos and you can hear a bunch of pitchy, but I was always confident. I'm like, I'm just gonna sing whatever.
Yep.
And then after that, it's kind of I had it through I'd say maybe junior year to the end of to where I am now. I just played a bunch of cover songs at bars. People would hire me for weddings. I do birthday parties. It was just kind of how I made my money on the side. But I had school, I had football and music, and I probably should have spent more time on football if I wanted to be a better athlete. But I put my energy into music the whole time, and I just recently started writing songs maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But I've always loved music. It's always been a part of my life in some capacity. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really easy to balance either, but I had to put some things above it, which I definitely put music above football. But I still love football.
I mean, you wanted, so,
Yeah. What'd you major in college? If it wasn't football and it wasn't music, what would it have been?
It's kind of complicated. Well, and the short story is I majored in sociology, but the team, I was a music major. But practice times conflicted with the cluster class I was take major, and so no one, and so I was kind of screwed from the beginning, because I didn't know my own, I didn't even know what was going on. So then I had to force and kind of scramble what I wanted to do as a sophomore. Even though I was doing music, I just music major because there was some take as a freshman that I take, which no one told me. So. Anyway, that's what I majored in.
Nice.
Cool.
Is it weird for you that you went to college and graduated? Because I feel like maybe now more so nowadays you see a lot of more musicians that definitely, went to school and graduated. But I feel like, back in I don't know, the 90s or whatever years, you didn't see that.
Yeah, actually my parents kind of forced me to get my degree. I remember my sophomore year, I was like, can I just please move to Nashville? I just can't I can't write any more of these papers anymore. It's just a bunch of essays, and it's I'm not even going to use this. I wanted to go focus my energy on something else. And they're like, you have 2 more years. You'll thank me later. And, I did. I stuck through with it. And now we're here and everything's shut down.
Well, it's hard to be right?
But anyway, once everything picks back up, because right now I play on Broadway to make money, and so they just shut down for 2 weeks, so I don't have a job for another 2 weeks. Once it opens back up, then we'll be good. It's such a crazy time to be living here, and also to move here, especially for you because you're newer than I am. It's we don't even get to experience Nashville,
Yeah, but I'm sure it's interesting playing on Broadway too, because I feel like you get a lot of groupies. But
there's a lot of interesting people on Broadway.
I was to say the least. Pretty much interesting, but yeah,
just interesting. I love it. It's people watching while you're playing cover songs. It's kind of
for real.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
and
half tourist.
Yep.
My favorite thing to do is profile the whole group. I'll be like, all right, you probably want to hear some Johnny Cash. You probably want to hear Justin Bieber. And it's more often than not, it's pretty accurate. But sometimes it's like the group I thought wanted Justin Bieber. Like, do you know any like Waylon Jennings? I'm like, wow, you know who that is? Like,
Wait, I don't know the Waylon Jennings songs, but
you don't what?
Wait,
you like Justin Bieber?
I'm embarrassed.
I am gonna have to school you on some music, girl. You don't know Waylon Jennings?
I know the name, but I don't know any songs. No.
You probably know some songs. You probably don't know the names.
You gotta remember, you're like twice my age, Stacey.
Oh, you had to throw that out there, right? I mean, anybody in country music knows who Waylon is.
Was he like in the 90s or the 80s?
Keep going.
He was with like Conway Twitty time, right?
Yeah.
And like Jamie Johnson?
No.
Oh, Conway Twitty. Okay.
That's like Jamie Johnson is like y'all's age. No,
what?
He's in between y'all and me. Okay.
Okay.
But
I knew
Conway and Waylon, are old enough to be my grandparents.
Oh my God. Oh, so that's like a whole generation. Like, I didn't realize they're that old. They're with like the Randy Travis era.
They're old enough to be his daddy.
Okay.
Randy's old enough to be my daddy. They're old enough to be Randy's daddy.
I got some work to do, but that's...
Yeah, you do. Willie Waylon and the boys, you ain't never heard that saying?
No. I know Hootie and the Blowfish.
Huh?
I know Hootie and the Blowfish. I know Darius Rucker was from Hootie and the Blowfish.
Kat, I love you. Stop talking now.
Okay. Bear, what's one of your favorite artists to cover?
Luke Combs is my favorite right now because it's the most requested, and I love all his melodies and it's fun to sing. Obviously, he's just killing it right now. I love Luke Combs. I love Ed Sheeran. I even like Post Malone right now for not talking country, but I also like Morgan Wallen. I'm really into Brooks and Dunn too right now since everyone requests that too on Broadway.
Really?
I love it. I love all.
What song do they request?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What did they request by them?
I do Boot Scoot and Boogie, and I do Neon Moon.
Because it's a line dance song.
No, I didn't know Brooks and Dunn sang Boot Scoot and Boogie. Oh, I know that song.
That was only their most popular song, honey.
Oh, well.
Mama has got to help you, child.
Okay, well, obviously we need to go through Bear play some Brooks and Dunn whenever Broadway is alive.
Or we could let him play his favorite cover song right now.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, wow. Okay, on the spot. Let's see.
I'll put you on the
spot. Should I do some Waylon?
It doesn't have to be country. If you want to go outside that genre, that's whatever your favorite cover song is.
I love Luke Combs. I'll probably do a Luke song. Let me see.
I'm a random.
I do some impression sing. I do Brooks and Dunn. I can do Ronnie Dunn, but I don't know if it's just kind of one. I just love imitating singers. It's kind of fun.
You imitate them when you're singing, or their voice talking?
Their voice, inflection while they're singing. Like he's got like such a distinctive voice, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound
right there to do that.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do like Neon Moon or something.
I know that song.
Oh wow, guitars are. I think we're good. When the sun goes down, I'm that sad town. Some feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad track. Got a table for two way in the back where I sit alone. They go losing you. I spend most every night be the light of a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely. Watch your broken dreams dancing under the beams of a neon moon. Think of two young lovers running wild and free. Close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadows. That's no feeling. No telling how many tears I sat here and cried, or how many lies that I lied to my full heart. So you come back someday, yeah. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely. Watch your broken dreams dancing under the beams of a neon moon. Yeah, that's probably good enough, but
Yay, I love it.
No, that was good. I could definitely hear it in there.
Yeah.
That's
it's
cool.
Like all the so funny.
Yeah, the raspiness.
Wait, who sings that one? Waylon?
Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, that one. Okay. I never understood the phrase neon moon. I guess it was really bright, but
yes.
I like the song, so.
Yeah. No, it's a good song. It's one of my favorites.
They're raspy. I haven't really actually dissected their voices, but.
Back in the day when that song was like really popular, and I'm not going to say how long ago, when it first came out, it probably still is. I don't know. I haven't been to a country club in a long time. So it was a really, really popular song to line dance to. Might still be out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Not like a fast line dance. It was a couple's line dance.
Oh, because it seems
the couple's line dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's that? Yeah, I'm thinking of yeah.
I used to line dance all the time.
I'm thinking of shagging.
I would love to shag. I don't know how to do that.
It's not easy.
I don't know how.
That's a classic though, Neon Moon.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Brooks and Dunn had so many great songs. I mean, so many great songs. I mean, I think off the top of everybody's head, most people think of Boot Scootin' Boogie just because it was so popular because of the line dance.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
And I mean, it's still, I would imagine it's still, I see it happening. So that's why I said I haven't been, but it's still a popular line dance song. I don't think that one will ever be old. But yeah, it's crazy how they had so many just hit after hit after hit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I was that talented. Jeez.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of talented artists, duos, groups out there that it's just, I don't know. And I don't even know. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Maybe you know, Bear, did they write their own songs? Brooks and Dunn?
I think they did. I think they probably had some co-writers, but I think they did actually.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I wasn't sure. And that's what I think I admire. Not that I don't admire people that don't write their own songs. Don't misunderstand. But I think it's just that added level when you like sing songs that you wrote. You know, originals just are that much more. I don't know. You feel it that much more. It's that much more power. Or
yeah,
as a fan, I have more connection to you when you sing an original. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you kind of figure out like the artists. You can kind of see what they're about. You know.
Yeah,
exactly. Performing it, and you're like, wow, I feel that in my soul.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if somebody can write something that makes me react like Kat just did, saying like that, then yeah, you've done it. You've definitely, yeah, I love that. So you write songs and you sing. If you could only choose one, if you could only write songs or only sing, what would you choose?
Probably writing songs. I think that's what makes me unique, because I think I mean, I love singing too, but I love the process of writing, and it's always kind of like a challenge at the beginning. And I mean, it's just so fun to like have an idea and then come up with all these different melodies and like a way where people can sing back to you. And my favorite thing is when like a crowd sings back a song, and I've always wanted someone to sing back lyrics that I wrote myself.
Yeah.
And I think that would be so cool, because I feel like that's something that lives longer than I will. And it's like a song that can like live longer. It's kind of like my legacy in a way. And I feel like it might be like my purpose,
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's going to live longer than I will, that's kind of like my goal.
For sure.
To write like a song where people can sing, actually, and also sing in a bar when they're drunk. It's like, this is what I want to sing right now. Because that's kind of the goal in Broadway, because no one really wants to hear my originals on Broadway. They're like, play something else. So,
well, one of these days your originals will be what people want to hear, though.
Exactly. And that's my goal, is I want it to be like a request. I want, can you play this,
And one of these days someone else will be covering your songs.
That's the goal.
And I think that's important for like musicians too. Like at the end of the day, like if you want to write, you still need to get your name out there somehow. Like you still have to build your brand. You still have to like perform or, write with someone or something like that. So even if like performing is not your priority, like that's how people get to know you, and then they know your songs.
Yeah.
Right. And I think also songwriting and being on the credits of a song kind of establishes your credibility here as an artist. So like, I mean, that's kind of how it worked. Like Luke Bryan wrote that Billy Currington song, Morgan Wallen wrote that Jason Aldean song, and now he's big. It's like Cole Swindell, huge writer, and then he became huge. Luke Combs still writes songs for other people. Chris Stapleton, his voice is like crazy good, and it's just crazy that he was just a writer, and now he's like one of the best singers and artists in country music.
I will never forget that year of I can't remember if it was the CMAs, the AMAs, one of the Country Music Awards, when he like swept the whole friggin' night. He's like took everything away, and I was like, "Who is this guy
with the long beard?"
Yeah, I was like, "Who is Chris Stapleton? I've never heard of him." Yeah. And then it comes out that he's written this and that and this and that, all these songs for all these other people, and I'm like, "What? Holy crap!"
What happens when you're a writer? If you're not a performer and you just write, you're like, "Oh crud!" Like,
yeah,
you are the real deal, homie.
Yeah, but now could you do that, Bear? Could you just write songs for other people and give them away? Or when you write songs, are they like your baby and you want to hold on to them?
I could. Okay, so it's a hard question, because I wanted to do it myself, but like, if like Eric Church or Luke Combs was like, "Oh, can we cut this?" I'd be like, I mean, okay, but it's like, if that was a reality, then obviously I would do that, just because that's smart, and that would actually get my name out there. But I obviously want to sing it myself if that was in a perfect reality,
Right.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, I'd want to do all my songs myself. But I feel like I gotta have to like put in some work and pay my dues a little bit, But I'm here for the long run. Like I don't want to move, and I'm just here and committed to getting better and staying here and meeting people. Like this is like my home. I already can tell, and I haven't even been able to experience it.
Yeah.
But,
when did you say you moved there? Huh? I'm sorry. We keep talking over each other. I'm sorry, Kat.
No, it's all good.
When did you say you moved there?
End of December. I moved here like New Year's Day, New Year's Eve.
Oh wow! Happy New
Year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of 2020, I've been here. I drove out here with my family, and we decked out my whole apartment, and I've literally just been staying in my apartment.
That's a long drive off your heart. What did it take? 2 days?
It took 2 or 3 days. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God. I couldn't drive more than 10 hours.
Yeah, that's why my dad kind of did the whole trip, and we kind of just left that to him.
Yep.
Last use of using dad.
Exactly.
I'm sure your parents didn't mind though.
No, they love it, and they actually might move themselves.
Oh. And do you have
they've always loved it. I have siblings. I have a sister and a brother. My brother actually might go to. He's a senior in high school, and he's a huge football guy. But they're canceling football in California, so he might move out here for football, which would be cool because getting everyone over here, trying to get the whole family here, you know.
Oh yeah.
Names too.
What'd you say?
Do they have cool names too, or is it just you?
So my sister's named Brooke, and my brother's named Ben, and I'm Bear. Okay, so we're 3 B's.
I mean, there's a lot of B's, but yeah. It's kind of funny.
Kayla has a great question for both of y'all. What made you guys feel safe and confident to move during a pandemic? Now, when Bear moved, there was no pandemic going on, but certainly when Kat moved, she moved right in the middle of the freaking thing. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Or at the height of it being like the beginning worst.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're work every day, and then
like the 3rd week in March, and then I moved April 11th. So
yeah, you moved like during like the height of it in the beginning. So Kayla wants to know what made you feel safe and confident to do that.
Dreams and goals in life. Oh wait, do I need to type this?
No, she can hear us.
Oh,
she can hear us.
Yep, that's about it. What about you, Bear? Probably the same thing.
I just knew I wanted to move here from day one. I mean, I had the option. I was senior in high school. I got accepted into Belmont, and then UCLA was my other one. And I just had to. My whole family went to UCLA, so I had to like I felt like kind of like I had to go there. But I always wanted to go there as a kid, and so those were the only 2 colleges I got into. And so I was like, maybe I go to Nashville after I graduate. And then 2 years into UCLA, I'm like, I want to go to Nashville now. And then I finished up your degree, and now I'm here.
That's so funny though, and I feel like too, you know, maybe. I mean, obviously everything happens for a reason, but like, I'm sure you probably relate. It was probably nice to be closer to your family during college. I don't know how far, you know, UCLA was from your hometown, but like if you're close to your family, like Belmont, you would have probably never been able to go back to visit unless it was holidays. Like it probably would have been.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I also I think those college years they were actually very beneficial in a lot of ways because I felt like I was very sheltered growing up, and I didn't experience a lot of cultures. I didn't experience like living on my own, and you know, like I had to like learn how to do my own laundry, and you know, even to crack an egg. You know, like I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. You know, and so like I think I'm grateful for that because I feel like I'm more of a person now, actually contributing to society. I'm not just like you know, making my parents do everything for me. And that's like that makes me feel better. And I learned a lot more in UCLA outside of class, you know, more how to treat people and how to talk to people. And I'm grateful for that because who knows where I'd be if I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So I don't have any regrets. I still don't have any regrets. I'm happy I'm here and happy where the future is going.
Yeah. And you have your whole life to pursue music, you know, like hopefully God willing, you live a long life, which is a long time, but
it's a long time.
This pandemic is making everybody think. I don't know, like on one hand, time is like creeping by, and then on the other hand, I'm like, crap, it's in the middle of July already.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's crazy. It's like so slow on one hand, and on the other hand, it's like zipping by. Yeah. So
it's crazy.
Let mama tell you, young kids, don't wish your life away. It's all going to be good.
Okay. I'll write a song about that too. Don't wish your life away. That's a good one.
Yeah, I got that written down. Java chip.
Yeah, trust me. When you get my age, you're going to be wishing you were y'all's age again.
Oh, God. That's funny.
Yeah. Just wait until you turn into me because I swore I wouldn't do it either, but one day you will.
Okay, so I think we have time for like one more song. I don't want to keep it past an hour. So, cool. End it with a bang, I guess. I don't know.
End it with a banger.
That was a really bad analogy, if that was even an analogy, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably do another original since I don't usually play a lot of those. I want to. Okay, this is like the most recent song I wrote. I wrote this maybe a couple weeks ago. Wow, more like a month ago. It's the middle of June. This one's called Make Up Me. These 4 chords on an old 6 string, dirty high tops and worn out jeans. It's on petty record spinning track 3. Yeah, these are things that make up me. Sunday games with my old man, Saturday shows with my cover band. And under Mifflin Michael season 3. Yeah, these are things that make up me. 'Cause in a world of imperfection, I used to get all caught up in the lies. Now I finally found my direction. And yeah, I'm done wearing a disguise. So whenever I feel lost and I don't know who to be, I rely on the things that make up me. Red, white, and blue till the day I die. Hometown beers on a Friday night. And mama sends pastries to Tennessee. Yeah, these are things that make me. And California sunshine left its mark, and I remain still scared of the dark. A good dog's the only friend I'll ever need. Yeah, these are things that make up me. 'Cause in a world of imperfection, I used to get all caught up in the lies. Now I've finally found my direction. Yeah, I'm done wearing a disguise. So whenever I feel lost and I don't know who to be, I rely on the things that make up me.
Yay! My favorite line in that song is "Mama sent pastries to Tennessee."
I know, I called that too. I love that.
It's like tears.
Thanks, guys.
I bet she was flattered by that.
I don't know if she actually heard that yet.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Yeah,
when she watches this, then
Yep.
she'll hear it. Shout out to my mom.
So do you have any exciting new music coming out soon? Or obviously, there's not so much you can tell, but.
Well, I do want to put out an album soon. I've been writing like crazy, so I have a bunch of just songs. I'm trying to pick and choose what I want to release. I'd probably say those 3 are the next songs I release, maybe do an EP. My current single out right now is called The Ghost of Breslin Road. I just did a music video for it, and it's kind of a slow ballad, but
that's a great song.
Oh, thanks. You listen to it?
Yeah, I was like, first of all, I was like, I gotta listen to this just because of the title. Like, that's like the coolest title of a song that I've ever seen. And I like the variety too. Like, some people are like really into like upbeat stuff. But I'm like, I think you need like both.
Yeah, it's a challenge trying to write upbeat stuff. I want to do a little more upbeat though, because my goal is to have songs play at a bar. I know people want to have drinking songs or songs that are upbeat, that are fun and fast. I'm also trying to get away from heartbreak because that's so easy to write about.
Yeah.
So I feel like the song I just played, I feel like is I'm happy about that one because it's not a heartbreak song, and I have a lot of heartbreak songs.
Well, doesn't everybody?
They are.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah,
they're easier to write, Yeah, and it's kind of just about saying something new and not cliche too at the same time.
Sorry.
Well, you write what you know.
Yeah,
you write
exactly.
what you live, and everybody. I mean, I challenge somebody to tell me they haven't. Everybody has dealt with a heartbreak, even if it's not like your significant other. Everybody's had their heart broken about something. So it's just, I feel like in songwriting, I'm not a songwriter, so y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but I feel like in songwriting, you have to be very vulnerable with your feelings and life that you've lived and just kind of be willing to pour it out in a song. Is that
No, it's very true. Honesty, being honest with yourself too, and not writing about things that aren't you. Whenever I tried to write a song about like, you know, like my wife and having like kids and stuff. And I'm like, this is just cheesy because I don't know that yet, you know?
Yeah.
Like I want to write about me now, and this is all I know so far. So
yeah, that will help you mature as an artist. You know, you can write about it when you ever get to that point, and then they see like not just mature, but people can see your progression.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is important. So
yeah, well, as you get older and you have more life experiences under your belt, of course your music is going to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, totally. We've seen that with any, you know, musician that is out there. Because you write what you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like you say, I mean, and that's what I prefer to listen to. I prefer to, like you said, I prefer to listen to something that's real, not something that you don't know anything about. And you're just trying to imagine what it would be like, and let's put that down on paper.
Yeah.
It comes across as, unless you're just like super, super mega talented and like maybe is also an actor and actress, you're not really going to pull that off and portray being authentic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, tell everybody where they can listen to your music. I mean, I listen on Spotify.
Well, there you go, right there.
There you go.
I'm on whatever digital streaming people use. I'm on all of it. I'm YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Just look up my name, Bear Redell, and then save the songs you like. I'm all over the place with my genre on there. I started off pop, and then I went into the singer-songwriter phase, and then my newer song is a little more ballad, country, and now I'm kind of going into more like a country rock phase.
And then on Instagram, you get a lot of followers. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
wow, you do have a lot of followers. Yeesh.
I have a hit song in Guatemala. So all my all of my followers, they don't even pronounce my name right. They go Bear Redell on the radio.
I love it.
That is awesome. How many people can say they have a hit in Guatemala?
Probably one.
That's pretty cool.
Well, the DJ, it's like an EDM track, and the DJ is based in Guatemala, so it's not really me. It's more his clout that I'm stealing from.
Yeah.
But anyway, from when that song blew up, I felt like I got a lot of spam followers because I don't really see a lot of reaction on my likes and videos and stuff. So I feel like it's just a bunch of people following that guy who followed me. It's some weird thing, but you know, that's don't ask me like, well, you have so many followers. I'm like, well, kind of like, I mean, it was kind of a one day, and then all of a sudden I got all these followers.
Well, you never know where they come from, and that group of, you know, would-be followers is, you never know who could be in that. So
yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed having you on here. I'm glad I was able to jump on today. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to. Sorry, Kat, if I.
No, I was nervous. I was like, I don't know how to do this. I suck at technology.
It's kind of hard for me to step back. I told Kat, I was like, I'm not even going to talk. I'm just going to sit back and listen to you. And then
you can't not talk.
I know, right? You can't either. So that's why we're like great together.
I know. I will never get used to this pointing thing.
I know. I've been doing this for a long time. I got it.
Both fingers, yeah.
You just got to do opposite of what you want to do.
Okay, just opposites attract. Remember that in your head.
Yeah, and we're so far from opposite, except for our age.
Oh God.
But age is just a number. But people out there that will be watching this later, and typically we don't have a lot of viewers on live with us, so don't let that scare you. But we get a lot of views afterwards is when it hits.
Cool.
I found out a lot of people don't watch a lot of stuff live unless it's like, you know, Tim McGraw or somebody like that.
Yeah.
And that we're not.
And then they're not really watching. They're just like tuning in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we have a lot of viewers that tune in and watch after. And so we love it. We love those fans that are faithful to watching us. We appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all pass this along. This guy is somebody to follow and listen to. So let's just increase his following even more with a lot of American fans. Okay.
I'll count for that.
And Bear, as I said earlier, I'm going to be backing off a little bit for sure and letting Kat take over things. I'm sure she's going to want to have you back on to follow up on those things we talked about. So what is it you're going to check out again?
Java chip. Wait, I gotta look it up. Java chip cappuccino. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Frappuccino.
Aaron Lake.
Frappuccino. Yeah, there's a huge difference. Cappuccinos are hot. Frappuccinos are the milkshake type.
But there's a
Frappuccino and Barren Lake.
Barren River Lake.
It's the same thing.
Barren River Lake. Done. Got it.
It's not the same thing if you're going to write